a fire rune and a frost breath rune, or to be more specific, a frost breath pillar. The fire rune being placed on that wall right there, I had the skeleton set it off. The vampire was just kind of sitting up here doing absolutely fuck all. And right here is the frost breath rune, which in order to deactivate, you need to shoot that. You see how there's a soul gem there? You need to shoot that soul gem in order to deactivate it. Or if you can manage to sneak up on it, you can just grab it. Oh, wahaha. Yeah, mage traps are kinda nasty. Even with the even with having even with having resist cold on, it still kind of really hurts. Alright, so let's grab this. Fear Dismay, I think, yes, I have already picked up all that I wanted from that chest. I believe there are 11 dragon shrines in total. I don't know, I kind of lose track. All I do know is they give you a bunch of shouts. That's about it. That's all that really freaking matters. The ones along the bottom seem to be a lot easier to obtain, though. Like, the ones down here have only held skeletons and fairly low-level mages, which I can just easily run up and smack the fuck out of. This one had a bunch of bandits around it. Let's see if they respawned. Of course, being that this was a bandit camp, it also had a bandit chief, but bandit chiefs aren't really all that hard to kill. Especially if you can get them on steps. For some reason, enemy AIs get a bit derpy whenever they go onto steps. Word of power, kill, marked for death. Let's see. Oh, there's another one down along the bottom. Where are you? There you are. Kind of hard to see on this little 2x2 screen that I'm playing off of. 2x2, by the way, meaning 2 inches by 2 inches. This one, I do not remember what had around it. Pretty sure it wasn't all that bad, considering I see nothing in opposition. Works for me. Just grab my thing and go. That's what she said. Animal alignment. And I do believe that was the last one. Yep. That was the last of the dragon shrines. Now I will have no need to run around and grab all of these dragon shrines. For going to all of these, we got the first level in animal alignment, first level in aura, the first level in disarm, the first level in dismay, the first level in elemental fury, 2 levels in frost breath, the first level, and I believe only level, in ice form, the first level in marked for death, and all 3 of the throw voice. There's a bit of a hilarity that we can get into with throw voice and fu throw da a little bit later on. Also, before I actually continue on with the main story mission, let me go over here to Winterhold. You know, Windhelm, I mean. Just as soon as you step foot into Windhelm, you get the miscellaneous mission, check up on Aventus Arantino, or whatever his last name is a kid who is doing, apparently, some evil ritual. Well, this is actually something that is significantly important, since I don't have to worry about enemies around here. I can just say my weapons. Anyways, to go find Aventus Arantino, first things first, don't take a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Sorry, I mean Albuquerque. Anyways, more importantly, when you first get here, there will be a kid talking to a woman about Aventus. This is Aventus's house. Make sure you're hidden before trying to lockpick the thing. There we go. So let's go on and check up on this boy. I'm sure he doesn't mind breaking and entering.
You'll get what you deserve. The Dark Brotherhood will see to that.
Hey, Broseph.
How long must I do this? I keep praying.
The fuck are you doing?
Come at last! I knew you would! It worked! I knew you'd come! I just knew it! I did the Black Sacrament over and over with the body. You don't have to say anything. There's no need. You're here, so I know you'll accept my contract.
Contract?
My mother, she died. I'm all alone now. So they sent me to that terrible orphanage in Riften. Honor Hall. The headmistress is an evil, cruel woman. They call her Grella the Kind. But she's not kind. She's terrible to all of us. So I ran away and came home and performed the Black Sacrament. Now you're here, and you can kill Grella the Kind.
Oh, great. There he goes.
To be honest, I'm kind of...
Got a book on the Secret Mother, which essentially explains the Dark Sacrament. More importantly, we got a very important mission. A very important mission that early on in this mission set will net me the piece of gloves that I really want to get a hold of. So let's go on and indulge Mr. Arantino. At least for a little while. After all, if this is a evil old housefrau in the orphanage, what's there to lose to kill her? I mean, this is also another great chance of getting my sneak stat up a bit. Now, another one of the reasons why I said I lied, in this episode I'm actually going to be getting the beginning missions for 3 guilds. Or, I should say, 2 guilds and a... Well, I think Aventus already stated the thing that we're working for. We're working to get into the Dark Brotherhood. That is what we're working towards with Aventus. Over here in Riften, after talking to certain people, we get the beginning mission for, or we will eventually pick up the beginning mission for the Thieves Guild. Then up over in Winterhold, I do believe, we will be able to get the beginning mission for the college, which is essentially the Mages Guild. Which actually reminds me, I did pick up a couple spell tomes. Anywho's it, we gotta slaughter this whore. Time to get to work. if you get here at night, like I almost always do, she will immediately walk over into here, which makes it very easy to get her with a sneak attack. And get a hilarious glitch where she gets stuck under the chair for a few seconds. Then, of course, when you open the door, the kids will immediately rush over there and going, "The bitch is dead!" Insert, Fuck, I actually forgot what it's called. Insert Wizard of Oz quote here. Now, most likely, I am sitting on an upwards of 15 to 20 levels because of all the grinding that I did. I also increased my smithing stat off-screen because I was sitting there with 50 wolf pelts. So why not make a bunch of leather bracers? Those are easy to make and increase your smithing stat quite a bit. Which actually reminds me, I do still have a couple wolf pelts on me from my wandering around to the different dragon shrines, so I may be able to make another bracer and increase my smithing a bit more. Yo, Mr. Aventus.
Well, we're all of the kind. Is she...
She is dead.
I knew you could do it. Here, just like I promised. This should fetch you a nice price. Thank you.
No, thank you, because you just gave me the ability to join the Dark Brotherhood. Now, in order to do this, most people actually forego joining the Dark Brotherhood for quite a while because sleeping is not necessary for main gameplay mechanics. You do not gain any adverse status effects by not sleeping. However, in order to join the Dark Brotherhood, or more importantly, in order to get the first mission for the Dark Brotherhood, you have to rest. Any bed'll do. In fact, you know what? I know the perfect bed that I will rest in. It may be really out of my way to come here, but there's a bed over here that I know for a fact the enemy should not be respawned here, and even if he is, I can just whoop the fuck out of him. But more importantly, I feel like using his bed, because he was a dick. He summoned 2 skeletons on my ass while I was trying to kill him. And while I was trying to kill the 2 skeletons, he healed himself back to full. Then I smacked the shit out of him and he died. With my mace. Because I'm awesome. Now you gotta be kind of careful traveling around at night. If you have the Dawn Guard DLC, there will, in the beginning, even in the beginning, it'll have it'll have a certain mob already spawned in called vampires, and those guys will almost always be hostile. But more importantly, just rest for an hour. It don't matter how long you sleep, as long as it's in an hour. Notice how it immediately goes into a loading screen. This is because, poof, we're somewhere else. Oh man, my fucking head. Well, hello, Slipbag. How you doing?
Sleep well? Does it matter? You're warm, dry, and still very much alive. That's more than can be...
I love that.
Half of Skyrim knows. Old hag gets butchered in her own orphanage. Things like that tend to get around. Oh, but don't misunderstand. I'm not criticizing. It was a good kill. Old Crone had it coming. And you saved a group of urchins to boot. But there is a slight problem. You see, that little Aretino boy was looking for the Dark Brotherhood. For me and my associates. Grelod the Kind was, by all rights, a Dark Brotherhood contract. A kill that you stole.
Kill stealing for the win.
Well now, funny you should ask. If you turn around, you'll notice my guests. I've collected them from, well, that's not really important. The here and now. That's what matters. You see, there's a contract out on one of them, and that person can't leave this room alive. But, oh, which one? Go on. See if you can figure it out. Make your choice. Make your kill.